This is a video a lot of people don't want me to make. I wrote the article about it, but people don't read for some reason. I've tried to tell you, but you just don't seem to understand. So now I'm going to explain this for the last time. And this is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way in the boxing industry. But the public needs to know what's going on. You are never going to see top-ranked fighters fighting Golden Boy fighters. It is not going to happen. No matter how much you say this fight is going to be great, no matter how many times you hear one fighter call out another fighter from another company, it is not going to happen. And a lot of you are going to say it's Bob Arum's fault. That is not happening. And let me inform you right now, that is not accurate. In the past, that has been a problem with Arum and Golden Boy. They had mended their issues and talked on making fights, and everything was on a good even keel to make fights happen for boxing. They were on good terms. They weren't buddy-buddy like they used to be when they patched things up, but it was okay to start doing business with them again. There were no more issues once they apologized to Manny Pacquiao, and things were looking great. It was a shaky relationship, but they could do business. The last fight you saw was Vanis and Eric Landrelor, two people from two different promotional companies, Top Rank and Golden Boy, fight. You will probably never see that again. And the reason is one person has done this to you, and that is Steven Espinoza, the executive of Showtime Sports. He is responsible for you not seeing Abner Maris versus Nonito Donaire. You can't see Brandon Rios versus Adrian Bronner, Danny Garcia, or any of these fighters. He single-handedly ruined everything over ego. Let me tell you who this guy is. Steven Espinoza is an attorney. He's a lawyer. Okay? His thing is to make moves and behind the scenes, and he worked for Golden Boy Promotions. Now, how does Matt Blank, who's the CEO of Showtime, hire a guy that worked for a promotional company to run a whole network for boxing that deals with all promotional companies? It's kind of like collusion. That's what I think. Because once that happens, who's getting all the fight dates? Golden Boy Promotions. Who? And what network did they move to? HBO to Showtime. Think that's coincidence? You think Ross Greenberg wanted to retire? Or was he forced out? He was forced out. Then they hired the executive of Showtime to work for HBO. Terminated the contract Golden Boy had with HBO. Now they're free to work with HBO, Showtime, or anyone they wanted. Once Greenberg left, the contract was void. He's gone. Now they can work with anyone that they feel free to work with. And now they got fighters on HBO and they got fighters on Showtime. What they want to do is take all the major fight dates, the money dates. But when it first started, Espinoza promised. He made a promise to Top Rank. He made a promise to Bob Arum and that he was going to be fair. He was going to call things down the line. He was going to take the best fights. They want to grow Showtime to make the best fights. And if you got the best fight, he's going to take the best fights. And this all started to fall apart during not May 5th, but the September fight date with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. versus Sergio Martinez. That night is what ruined everything. It was the fact that Arum announced that they were going to take that fight date, the same date that he had already promised his former employees, Golden Boy Promotion, for a Canelo-Victor Ortiz fight. Now, when the Canelo-Victor Ortiz fight fell apart, Arum would have moved his date to the next week. He wasn't going to keep the date. They were going to wait to see the results of the Ortiz fight first. Once they saw the Ortiz fight fall apart, now Arum in his mind know we got the stronger card. We don't have to move our date. We can stay on course, let them move their date. But they couldn't do that. They had to fight on that date with the MGM Grand or lose the contract. So Showtime has to have that fight there. And by being both in Las Vegas, 5 minutes or 6 minutes apart from each other, Espinoza took this as a smack in the face by Bob Arum and said, "Oh, you still going to go up against my show and try to ruin me?" So the fight that they were proposing with Ty DeBuff had Orlando, what's his name? Orlando Salido versus Mikey Garcia. The fight that Showtime loved and said we want it on Showtime, and the emails are going back, and they're waiting. Ty DeBoe's waiting for a response from Showtime. They never got it. They waited some more. It never came. 3, 4 emails, nothing. They're calling, saying, "Hey, what's going on? You guys said you wanted to do this." Nothing. Then Espinoza goes and lies and said that he never heard anything about it. And it's like, that's a lie. So Top Rank took it as, we know what this is. It's an insult. And any other fight dates they proposed were shot down. So Arum took it as disrespect. They've given all the fight dates to Golden Boy, all the major fight dates. Now HBO is Top Rank's home now, and he's basically aimed all his guns at Showtime. And as Arum said, they don't exist to me anymore. So you won't see a Top Rank fighter on Showtime. See, this is a problem with a network. It's more than just Golden Boy. It's about Espinoza. And he crossed Arum, and he crossed a lot of the fans, because now Arum is not going to let his fighters go to Golden Boy to do a fight and put it on Showtime to make Showtime some money after the way they just treated him. So it's ego, but these are the reasons you are not seeing the fights. So I just wanted to let y'all know now. A lot of people said, don't make this video. I mean, a lot of people that's in Boxing Power said, don't make this video. But I have to inform the fans of what's going on, because y'all need to know. I wrote it down. I made the article. People read it. And a lot of people didn't like it, because they felt like I was bringing things that happen behind closed doors to the light. But a lot of people know about it already. Well, some do. So it shouldn't be a big deal. But why are we trying to keep this in the dark? Boxing fans have got to speak up. If you write to this guy Espinoza, tell him you need to get off your high cloud and be a fair You are an executive. Be a fair executive. It's collusion what you're doing. I want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. Period. There's no excuse for Top Rank to put their fighters with just Top Rank fighters and Golden Boy to just put theirs with Golden Boy, because it's not going to prove who's the best. He's going to say this is the best that I have on my promotional company. We want to see the best fighters fight the best fighters. Or we really hasn't gained anything since Greenberg left, because they blame him for the Pacquiao Mayweather not happening. He couldn't get it done, so they forced him out. So we'll see. But now y'all know the truth. I'm out. Peace.